Good afternoon, my name's Sam Butler and I'm from St John Ambulance. We're here today to learn something incredible, how to save a life.
The Big First Aid lesson was designed to educate directly young children in schools who might not have access or resources to have first aid training themselves. So it was a live streamed webcast which was made available to everyone across the country, and schools could sign up and all watch live together and learn 3 vital skills.
We delivered first aid training. The session was about half an hour, 40 minutes, and it included interviews and actual training sessions, some Q&As with schools, some interactivity, and we reached 36,000 young people.
It was really the first time we'd ever done anything like that before. I think that's where Flingbrook really came into their own.
Quite honestly, it was an idea that we had quite randomly to do a live stream first aid session into schools. We are always looking at ways that we can reach the largest number of people in the easiest way, and this seemed like a really great way to do that. We had a comment wall where schools could ask questions which were answered live on screen. We also had a school in the northeast who were on a Google Hangout who actually asked us questions live and appeared as part of the show as well.
Thanks very much, guys. Okay, so we're going to go back to Ashington School now, who have another question for us. Hello, do you feel that you've learnt some important stuff today, guys? Brilliant, thank you. Do you have any more questions for us at all?
We've got a question from Andrew.
Hi, Andrew.
Hi. What is the minimum first aid knowledge that someone should know?
Okay, so should we each take a chance to answer that? Adam?
We've gone through the kind of primary survey.
We really had no idea about how to live stream something at all, so what that would require in terms of web development and what that would require in terms of kit and crew and servers and all of this kind of thing that we never deal with in such a big way, and certainly not on a day when it has to happen at one time. You have one chance to get it right. That's something we've never done before.
Questions here on the wall. Okay, so Shanae, could you answer this one? How can you recognise if someone is having a heart attack?
If someone's having a heart attack, how you'll recognise it is they're going to be very short of breath. They'll probably be holding onto their chest, and they'll probably be sweating because they're trying to gasp for breath.
The Flingbrook team were really helpful in terms of actually making us think bigger and giving us ideas of things that we could do to really make the session more interactive and use the technology available in the best way. I thought that the days in the studio were going to be incredibly stressful and that I would be running around and panicking, and actually everything just worked. Everything was in place, the crew were incredibly helpful and very calm, which made me very calm, and it went brilliantly. And by the time we got to actually being in the studio, the hard work was done, you know, the stressful work was done, and we knew that it was all going to be fine.
It really felt like Flingbrook were an extra member of the team. It wasn't like we were ringing them up every day, but whenever we needed anything, they were getting back to us quickly with answers, and it was just a really, really positive experience.
Because it was a live stream show, it was on a Friday afternoon to schools, we knew that some schools just weren't able to watch at that time. You know, they had sports day, they finished early that day, there was all kinds of things going on. The beauty of this is that as soon as it was done almost, people were able to go back to the beginning, watch again. So the next week, people were back in school and more people were watching, and we have that forever now that we can use as a training tool.
This lesson will be available to watch again on our website, sja.org.uk, that's sja.org.uk, along with teachers' notes and information about how to book training in your school.
After the event was brilliant, actually. We were on Twitter, we were retweeting people who were talking about it. There was a real buzz. We just wanted to get the word out about how well it had gone and encourage people to watch again if they'd perhaps not had the opportunity on the day. So the event was a huge success. Obviously reaching 36,000 young people in an afternoon is something to talk about. You know, those kids now have life-saving skills. That's a tangible thing that we've given them and that they've taken from us. We're going to make next year's bigger and better because we've done it once. We know what we can do, we know that we can do more, and we know that the Flingbrook team will be there to help us do that.